Yo, what's up, guys? This is Marcus here on the Unlimited Tundra's YouTube channel, coming back at you guys with another product review of something that I just installed on my truck the other day. The product that I bought, I used to replace another product that I've had on my truck for several months. And I've actually had two versions of the product that I used to have on my truck. And the second version that I had, I was just not a fan of it. So let me flip this camera around and I'll show you guys what it is that I'm talking about. So this is a cargo seat cover that I purchased from Hollywood Feed. I'm not bashing Hollywood Feed at all. I thoroughly enjoy purchasing all my stuff there. This is my four-legged friend Levi. He's about to be 2 years old. He's a American chocolate lab, and so the back seat of my truck, with as many miles that are on it, it's fucking mint. And so I obviously had to protect it from him. I love him, but I also do love my truck. He rides in the cab at least one time a day for the most part, sometimes more. And so what I did like about this one is, obviously, since it's a one piece, it kept all of his all the fur that sheds off of him in there, and it didn't get into the crevices of the seats. Since mainly it's my rear passenger seat that gets used, there in between the seat belt buckles, some of his fur would, make his way in and stuff. But I never had like any of the dust from his little paws or anything like that make it down into my seats. For that, it was great. Also, it's waterproof, so he's been in the truck maybe like once or twice after going swimming, and it kept my seats looking really, really good and stuff. But the thing that I hated was the general fitment. Obviously, it's like a one-size-fits-all. It's not really meant like to be vehicle specific, so that comes with its cons and its drawbacks. And it has these little strings that would buckle under your seat, under the rear bench, and you could tighten it. Only thing is that wouldn't really tighten it. So whenever I rolled the windows down, thing would start flapping everywhere, and all the dust and all his hair would start flying everywhere around the cab. Which, I mean, that still happens when I roll any window down, but it's nowhere near as bad as when I would roll like a couple windows down and this thing would start flopping. So yeah, that was just my biggest issue with it. But it did do its job of keeping my seats clean and looking really, really good for a long time. So what we replaced it with were the Sportsman Camo seat covers. I can't remember which pattern I went with. I think it's like Rio Tree 5 or something like that. Let me open up the other door. I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. So now you should be able to see a little bit better. These contour really, really well with the bench. It's vehicle specific. The other issue that I had with the cargo seat cover was that I lost my middle seat because it would cover the seat belt. So any passenger that would sit there would have to ride without a seat belt. Levi's favorite spot is the seat right behind mine. And anybody that took that spot, he'd kind of try to be like climbing over them to see out the window and stuff. But as you can see, wraps fully around the vehicle. The bottom part of the bench clasps on, and you can tighten these. I tighten them a little bit extra so that it would like really, really stick down, especially down towards the bottom down here. And the instructions do say that you can do that. For anybody that does install this, I didn't realize it at first, but you got to undo the Velcro, slip it under the seat belt, and then around. I was trying to like slide it over like I had done the rear passenger seat, and it wasn't working. Then I figured that out, and yeah, so it all works out really, really well. Seat headrests all have a cover. Like I said, you can see fits the back seat relatively well. They come with a little bit of extra padding on the side seats. The middle seat doesn't. But yeah, and this is the whole reason that I bought it. Levi, come here. Come here. Ready? Come on up. Let's go. He's not the kind of dog that like excitedly jumps into a seat into the back of the truck, but he will he will eventually make it up. Levi, come on up, let's go. Slowly but surely, he'll get in there. And so, yep, this is the whole reason we purchased these seat covers. They definitely have a pretty price tag, and they're proud of them, but hopefully they hold up. The only issue that I see is, like I said, this one isn't like a thorough one-piece design all the way through. Oh, thank you, Levi, for licking my phone. So I'm probably gonna have to be vacuuming a little bit more often than I was with with the Kurgos. Also, the other issue that I had with the Kurgo was this part that would like flap up. If I ever had anything right there, I'm constantly carrying a book bag with me. And if I left the book bag in the truck and then try to get Levi up, whenever he tried to hop up, he would like lift this up. And once or twice, his little toenails landed on my seat. So I know some people are probably like, oh, dude, you know, my dog, like I couldn't care less for seat covers. If that's you, cool. But if you want seat covers, all right, you can come on down. If you want seat covers, I highly do recommend these Sportsman Camo seat covers. They've been great. Took like 2 months to come in because it's not something that they have readily on the shelf. So do expect to wait the wait times that it tells you on the website. But other than that, been solid. So if it is that you have a four-legged companion, maybe a dog, maybe a cat, kids, you use your truck for hunting, or you like to go ride like ATVs and stuff where you're getting your clothes muddy, these would be a good product for you. It says to not machine wash though, so do consider that. It says to hand wash and air dry, so that's just as an FYI for anybody that's looking. This isn't something that you can just throw like in the machine, but neither was the Kurgo seat cover. I do plan on keeping the Kurgo seat cover and using it on my other truck, but the Tundra had to get something a little bit nicer considering it's the daily, reliable, and well, just my favorite truck. So yeah guys, that's that. And I guess while I did mention the other truck, and this has nothing to do with this video, for anybody that's tuning in, I know my Tundra channel is like obviously strictly about my Tundra. You guys have seen, I've kind of mentioned like my parents' 4Runner here and there, or my dad's Tundra in the background videos and stuff. But let me turn this camera around and show you guys the truck that I purchased a year ago that I've been slowly but surely working on. This is a 1985 K5 Blazer. And yeah, this thing still has a lot of work to get done, but I've done a good. And just curious, would you guys mind seeing Chevrolet content on this YouTube channel, or do you guys want to keep it strictly Toyota? If you guys want to keep it strictly Toyota, I'm perfectly fine with that, because, well, it's just a lot easier and, to be honest, down my alley, and I know more so what I'm talking about versus with the Chevrolets. But with that being said, guys, now you guys know, I'll drop you guys a link for the seat covers in the description of the video for anybody that wants them. And you can see these are available for access cab, double cab, and for the 60/40 bench front seat on the access cabs and double cabs, and captain's chairs. So you can like make it specifically to however it is that your cab is set up seat wise. And then you can see all the different patterns and stuff that they have there available to choose from, and you can decide if it's something that you want to order or not. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Leave a like, leave a comment, get back to me. Do you guys want to see Chevrolet content or strictly Toyota? Open-minded to both of those, and no hard feelings if you want to just see Toyota content. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope everybody had a happy 4th of July and a safe 4th of July weekend, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.